Browns likely saved Shedeur Sanders from huge embarrassment. The Cleveland Browns probably didn't plan to draft Shedeur Sanders upon entering the 2025 NFL Draft, but the young QB is lucky they did. Sanders' talent can't be denied. He helped turn around what was essentially a dead program at Colorado and made the team competitive in the Big 12. The Buffaloes finished Sanders' final campaign with a regular season record of 9-3, including a 7-2 mark in conference play before losing to the no-17 record BYU Cougars in the Valero Alamo Bowl in December. Colorado had not posted a winning record since going 10-4 in the 2016 campaign. Sanders finished the year with 4,134 passing yards and 37 touchdowns passes, both of which led the Big 12, as did his QB rate of 168.2. His 74% completion rate on 477 attempts led the FBS per Football Reference. Sanders doesn't possess elite arm strength or mobility, but he is highly accurate, reads defenses quickly and well, has shown poise and toughness in the pocket, with a willingness to take big hits in favor of making positive plays, and often played his best during high-pressure moments. Because of those traits, most analysts afforded Sanders a first or second-round grade heading into the draft. However, rumors of his cavalier and sometimes disrespectful approach to pre-draft meetings saw him slide from potentially the top of the first round all the way to the fifth. The draft day plummet followed reports that Sanders didn't interview well with NFL teams during private meetings and irked some of them by not being prepared. Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com wrote on Friday, June 27. Other teams reportedly didn't want to deal with some of the drama that might accompany acquiring the famous son, Sanders. Sanders endured the biggest draft day freefall for a quarterback in NFL history, Cabot continued. Had the Browns not thrown him a lifeline, the much-heralded rookie may have gone undrafted and had to sign with a team as a free agent. Cleveland passed on Sanders 6 times in the first 2 days of the proceedings, instead drafting Dillon Gabriel out of Oregon late in the 3rd round. That the Browns made those decisions after trading for Kenny Pickett and signing Joe Flacco in free agency earlier in the offseason indicated that Sanders was not part of the franchise's initial plan. Had Sanders gone undrafted like his brother and collegiate teammate safety, Shedeur Sanders, it would have undoubtedly been a massive embarrassment for him given his notoriety and talent level coming into the draft. That isn't to say there is any shame for players who earn spots on professional rosters after all 32 teams passed on them during the draft. Shedeur Sanders is now a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and signed a 3-year contract for $3 million, 0 cents total. But for a player like Shedeur Sanders, with his profile and success at his particular position, the blow to his perception around the sports landscape would have been even more historic than his draft slide already was. Sanders has since turned some heads on the Cleveland coaching staff with his work during the preseason, though he will still have to battle for a roster spot, let alone the starting job during training camp and preseason game action later this summer. In the theater of football, where egos are large and reputations fragile, the line between stardom and scandal is razor thin. Shedeur Sanders, the highly watched quarterback and son of NFL legend Deion Sanders, has been a figure of both hype and scrutiny as he approaches the NFL draft. But in a twist that almost seems like it was scripted for a sports drama, the Cleveland Browns, often the punchline of the league, may have just done Shedeur the biggest favor of his young career. They didn't draft him. To understand why this might be a blessing in disguise, you have to grasp the weight Shedeur carries. As the face of Coach Prime's Colorado Revolution, he shined in spurts during his college career, racking up stats, showing flashes of brilliance, and making headlines off the field with his watches and swagger. But he also took a pounding behind a porous offensive line, and questions began swirling. Is he a product of hype? Is he NFL ready or merely Instagram ready? Is he a vet tech? Or is he ready for the